Jai Hind Future Officers, welcome to Rajbal Academy. So, as it was promised, let us discuss GS2 detailed syllabus analysis of 2025 and 26. So, let's begin. So, basically, GS2 preparation is all about the strategy, the right sources, and the productive approach. Many of you have seen many videos on YouTube about the strategy and sources, but the approach I'm going to tell you would be very productive and will save your time, and it will be easy for you to remember it faster and in a smart way. So, UPSC is all about interlinkages between the syllabus and the PYQs, as both of these things are provided by UPSC itself. So this should be your BFFs throughout your preparation, best friends forever, as these two are totally authentic and official sources which is provided by UPSC. So let's begin. See, this is the syllabus. I have taken the screenshot from UPSC's official website. The first subject would be polity. In this we will study Indian Constitution, its historical upbringings, evolution, its features, amendments, significant provisions and basic structure, the function and responsibility of union and state, issues and challenges pertaining to federal structure and devolution of power. This is an important topic. And finances up to local levels and challenges therein. So you can pause the video and read the whole syllabus. Let me just briefly explain you that this portion is from polity and this is the governance portion. Governance is basically about the working of the government, how government is working and in which manner it should work. And now again it starts with polity, representation of people Act. It is a so important and repeated topic. I'll show you how. UPSC basically repeats its questions within 2 to 3 years, and if the questions are not repeated then too, the themes which UPSC is asking are repeating. And next one is social justice. This is also an important topic. The aspirants many times give less importance as they think the weightage of social justice is so less, but let me tell you that here you have to read less sources and it is less time consuming than polity, and you will gain, you can say, approximately equal amount of marks from reading this subject. So you should focus on the subjects which are less time consuming, not so lengthy, and which give us more marks. Social justice is one of them, and governance is also included in that. Next, we have governance. Again, in this we will study important aspects of the governance. See, these wordings, these words are itself given there. So you have to do these words. There is no escape from doing this. You have to do it, okay, at any cost. If you want to pass the exam, you need to do it, or else everyone will do it and you will not do it, then you won't get the marks, okay. And this is also important. Role of civil service in democracy. Give due importance to this topic too. Now then, this is completely current affair based. You just need to know the history of the countries and their relations, and then from this the organizations are being asked and the current relation and current situations that is between India and the other country is usually asked. So you have to focus on current affairs to prepare this topic. Now let's jump to PYQs. The themes should be identified. As I told you, the themes are repeating and you need to update it with the recent examples. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, this is polity. This is polity and the topic is executive and judiciary and separation of power. Now see, in 2023 they have asked judiciary. Again in 2023 two questions are from judiciary itself. 22 judiciary, 21 judiciary. Likewise, see 2019, 17, 16, 14. Like in this way, you can see union executive also is being asked. The questions, the executive, legislative, separation of power, which I told you that this is the important topic. So it's been asked, okay? So you have to give focus on this. You have to focus. Basics of constitutional framework. Now see, fundamental rights in 2022. Fundamental rights again in 2022. Fundamental rights in 2017 itself. 15 and 13, as you can see. Now federal structure and local bodies. Why I am showing you all this stuff, that is because you have to study selectively. You don't have to do the PhD in polity or any other subject. You just have to pass the examination. So you need to know the pattern, in which pattern the UPSC is asking the questions. You should focus on that pattern itself and you should work towards it. Only studying is not, like, that will not fulfill your dreams of cracking UPSC. You need to do productive study with your intelligence. You have to do smart work, more smart work and less hard work. So the smarter way is that analyze the PYQs. See, just go through syllabus, okay? Firstly, you have to, if you haven't started anything yet, go through the syllabus once and open PYQs side by side, okay? You are going through the syllabus, then you should mark the keywords. What are the keywords? What are the key events in the syllabus? What UPSC is basically asking to study in the syllabus. Then you have to compare that with PYQs. That this particular topic, let's take the example of fundamental rights. It's in the syllabus of GS2. Then you have to see that how many times and in what frequency UPSC is asking this topic, and if they have asked it so much, then what else they can ask. Now as you can see, fundamental rights is been asking so many times, then they may can ask the duties, fundamental duties, and likewise you have to compare it, okay? Before studying, just prioritize the topic, that these topics are most IMP. I have to do it, okay? You have to study everything for one time, but then you have to focus more on the topics which are being repeated, because there is a probability, you can say, if there is 90% of chance that themes will get repeated, but there is 10% of probability that UPSC can twist and turn the questions and can ask something new. So you have to completely read the syllabus once. Whatever the topics are there, you have to go through the topics from the book, and then only you have to focus mainly on the PYQ topics, okay? Then themes, see, federal structure. I am taking time to explain this because this is important. If you get it right, then you are halfway there, okay? You can say for GS, because PYQs and syllabus is so important. That's why I'm taking so much of time. Now let's see again, local bodies, and in syllabus also they have specified local bodies, as you can see, 2023-22. Again 2020 में 2 questions. 2019 same way. Above also there was one question. Like I can't explain you this in detail. I can explain you, but this video will go so long. So if you want me to do the explanation video, so we will take a separate lecture of it. Now let's see on RPA, legislature and election, parliamentary committee. See, they haven't asked it from 2 years, 1 year, okay? They have taken the gap of 1 year to ask it. Likewise, you need to learn the pattern of UPSC. Same way, the relation, India and Britain, India and France, India and US, India and UK, India and France, India and US. See, one question is coming. One question is coming from this topic every year: 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there is probability, and it's of 15 marker. As you can see, it is of 15 markers. Now, constitutional and non-constitutional body: statutory body, constitutional body, constitutional body. If you can see, 1 year statutory constitution, likewise. See, these have only 2 topics, and if you can see, every year, like you can say almost every year, they are asking from this, so you have to do this topic. Okay, this is for governance. We will talk about it when we will go through the governance portion. So now let's start. For polity, I have shown you the PYQs, and the resources which you should follow is 11th and 12th NCERT. If your concepts are not so clear, then you should go for it. I haven't read it. Like, I have seen the video, but I haven't read it. Then Lakshmikant. This is the book I have followed. Or else you can go for Atish Mathur sir's note, which are there in his Telegram group. You can go there, search his name, and you will find the polity notes there. They are so good, but I have heard from my friend that they are using those notes. I have referred to Lakshmikant. You can refer to this also. Okay, and in polity, as I've shown you the PYQs, you have to analyze the theme as they are repeating. Okay, now let's talk about governance. For governance, I have used vision value addition material, and I have read it with GS4, that is ethics. I'll show you just in a minute that how I will read it. I have read it because of the interlinkages of PYQs. And for this, if you have time, then you can go for second ARC's 4th report, that is ethics in governance. This is so enriching material that will enrich your knowledge, and you can write the broader answer in a broader perspective. Okay, so you should read it, but if you have time. Now let me show you the governance portion. See, NGOs, they are repeating. If you can see, 23, 21, 2 question, development progress, 23, 22. See again, these 2 topics are being repeated, so you have to do this. You can't leave it. Okay, see, since 2013 they are asking from NGOs, VOs, SHGs, MFI and pressure groups, so you have to do it. Now let's see e-governance. E-governance itself is a topic from ethics. Okay, in ethics you have to study e-governance. Civil service is also the topic from ethics, if you have seen the syllabus. E-governance, again, e-governance. See, basics of governances. So these 2 topics are so interlinked that if you will study it with ethics, you will get a broader perspective of it. Okay, so I will request you, and I as a teacher also want you to study it at any cost together, because this will help you only. You will be able to write broader answer and will get some extra marks for that. Now, the government policies and schemes for vulnerable sections, that is genetic, skill development, Gati Shakti Yojana, person with disabilities, and likewise the schemes. Okay, on while you learn, that is also the scheme of the government, national child policy, and likewise. Now this is the topic from social justice. Let me just show you the sources, then we will come to this again. Now next, social justice. Okay, in social justice, mainly you have to study about the society, because to whom you have to give the justice? Social justice to the society. Who is suffering? Who wants the justice? Society. Social justice is all about the people of the society. Okay, so this will include NGOs, SHGs, and in what case, what the society wants. What was the case for the social justice? Why you need the justice? In which criteria? Okay, so for that there should be health, education, Population, this should be provided by the government to the society, and there should be an equal treatment of all the citizens with this criteria. And if it is not there, the person who is suffering should get the justice, social justice. Hunger and poverty, and in this you will study the welfare schemes and institutions of the government for the people of India. And I hope you all are comfortable with this kind of explanation and with this language. Please let me know, and if you want me to explain in Hindi, I can do that also. So just let me know, and if you are not getting the video of GS2 in English, just tell me. I'll make a separate video in Hindi also, okay? And in social justice, the topic was specified: health, as you can see, poverty, digital India, women. Again, poverty and hunger, if you can see, education, health, poverty. And these are the miscellaneous topic which have been asked from current affairs, and they rarely ask it. Since 2014, 13, 14, they haven't asked, if you can see. See? Since 2013 and 14. Means like in 13 and 14 they have asked it, but after that they haven't asked it. Now the next topic is IR. Let me just show you the book list and sources for IR, then we will come to PYQs. So for international relations, I have referred to PT 365 and Mains 365. See, PT 365 will clear your current affair portion, but before that you should read Mains 365 for the history and the historical relation between the country, how the relations were there. Were they good or bad, problematic, and what kind of relations have been changed during this much years? Or you can refer to any of the booklet, whichever you feel is good or worth it, but I have personally referred to Mains 360 and PT 360. You can, because this is handable topic and this is predictable. Why it is predictable? Because in past 1 year, when you are going to give the exam, for example, if you are going to give it in 2026, so from 2025, whatever thing have happened between the two countries or any countries which have affected positively or negatively to the India, or any organization's decision, the world organization's decision which have affected India in positive or negative manner, that will be the probability of being asked. There will be probability, okay? So you need to do that, and this is so predictable because in 1 year 2 to 3 places or 2 to 3 news would be there, and you can do it, and you have to do it if you want to pass it. So it is like in less time you can get more marks if you study it productively and in a proper manner. And in this you have to study organization, diaspora of the countries, okay? Let me just show you the PYQs. See, diaspora of West, international forums, diaspora in Europe. In 2023-22, see, in 2021 there was no question, and 2019 and 15 again. See, why there was no question? Because it was been asked from any other sources, like any other topic, not sources, I'm sorry, pardon me. International organizations like NATO, IMO, WHO, UNESCO. See, it has been asking it constantly. Yeah, there was gap of 2 years, but you have to do it, because if anything in news is there, then you have to do it. See, in 2021 they have asked SCO again, I2U2. So you need to, why I'm showing all this, because basically you need to go through the PYQs while your preparation, okay? See, the neighbors, they have been asking it since every time, you can say approximately they have asked the questions from neighbors. Then India and Africa, India and world, East Act, whatever the thing is in news, they will ask that in that year, okay? So that is basically IR. Now If you are still there with me watching the video, then you are a serious aspirant. Congratulations, you have this much level of focus and concentration in understanding the syllabus. You are 50% there if you have understand the concept and how you have to study the approach. So let us discuss the interlinkages. Let's talk about IR, international relations. The international relation is interlinked with GS3, internal security. How? In this, we will study basically the relation of India with various countries, and that could be good or bad. Bad, like with Pakistan and China. Like, how bad? Because of terrorism, organized crime, and border management. They are just not letting us live peacefully, in a way we can say, by all this kind of activities. So you have to study it, and if you will interlink these two topics, and if probably the question would come from China and India's relation, so you can include these topics also, so that will broaden up your concepts and clarity about the subject. Then you can study it with world history. Why world history? Because it will give you the basic knowledge of the historical relationship between the countries after Cold War, like NATO was formed and various other organizations were formed too. You can study it from there. Okay, now the next topic and interlinkages would be social justice. What happened to my pen today? Social justice. For this, first of all, you need to do PYQs, as I have shown you that NGOs and welfare schemes is the repeated topic, like health and related schemes, education, poverty, etc. are the repeated topics. So you need to do that, and you can interlink it with society, because it's all about society. Who wants social justice? Society, where the woman empowerment will take place in the society. And if it will not, whom we will give the social justice? Women who are the part of the society. Health, poverty, see, poverty, health, education schemes. You can interlink these three topics. Whenever you are studying this portion of the economy, you should open up your social justice topic also. Whenever you are studying this portion, again open social justice. This will just broaden up your concept and you will be able to understand it easily. Trust me guys, do it once, and if you think this is useful, please consider doing it, because this will broaden up your concepts about the topic, like poverty. In this you will study the schemes, what is the problem, latest data you will know from economics, and how we can come back to the, we can fight against the poverty, or you can say we can combat to the poverty. That you will study from social justice. And in society you will study at what level the poverty we have. So likewise these all subjects are interlinked. In governance, if as I have told you that ethics, as the topics are there, e-governance, accountability and transparency, this though you have to do it. If you are still there with me, if you are serious, so let me tell you, this will add up and increase your marks to 10 to 20 marks. This will increase if you will do this. Please do interlink these two topics. While I am studying, I also refer these two subjects together only. So it's my humble request, and you can say as a teacher, I can just ask you to read it, and you should read it. And thank you if you are still there with me. Let's talk about how you should do this. First, read the syllabus, okay? Then compare it with PYQs, like the key points of the syllabus, and see which topics has been asked and which is repeatedly being asked. Then refer to your sources, okay? And in sources, as you have seen the topics which has been asked, make a list about those topics that this is must to do. Now in sources, if let's take example of polity, Lakshmikant, just on the index of Lakshmikant, mark these important topics, and in bracket just write the year 2017, 21, whatsoever the year is, that this topic has been asked in this year. and then study whole Lakshmikant. But then when you will go for revision, study it again, the whole book, whichever portion you have highlighted or the notes, but this time focus on this main points, okay? And in revision 2, just study the main points of Lakshmikant, okay? No need to study the whole book as your concepts are clear. And I want to say you that whatever the topic has been asked, do read it fully, and the else remaining topic you should make a short note about those topics, and you should read from your notes itself, but the topics which have been asked you should refer to Lakshmikant book. So this is the basically powerful strategy to score good marks in any of your subjects. So if you are till there with me, if you are still watching, thank you for watching, and I hope this video is productive for you. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel if you find it useful, and please do comment me that what changes is required and how was the video. That will really help me to improve and make productive videos for you guys. Thank you. Jai Hind. Keep on studying, and I hope you all are doing good, and be productive with every day, because your every little step counts. Thank you.